Good morning, good morning. So I wanted to do a video this morning on not so much a rant, but something that's been stewing in my brain for the last kind of 48 hours and something I've been thinking about because I think it would be helpful for a lot of people that are watching our stuff. And to be honest with you, it's nice to hear that lots of people do watch our content and look at what we do as a company, to True Fitness. Obviously, my name's Cameron Harris. I'm the co-founder of that company. So it's good to hear people are watching our stuff and have been watching our stuff for a long time. And I really do genuinely hope that it's helpful for you guys. But this morning, I want to talk about something that, is quite poignant at the moment. Something that I have heard more and more of over the last kind of couple of months. There's this thing that happens within the fitness industry. You may or not be aware that, you had different peaks and troughs in interest and in kind of motivation to get in shape and get healthy. And there's these kind of mental triggers that happen in the year. Obviously, everyone knows the new year, new me thing, right? The other one that happens is kind of just before the summer kicks in. And around this time, some people hit it early, kind of March time. People that are end of April now thinking about getting in shape for summer. You've really kind of left it too late, really. If you've got stuff booked end of May, June, you're not giving yourself much space. I mean, generally speaking, you're going to need 6 weeks to see a genuine change. And kind of, if you do it on your own, probably even longer than that. If you're seeing experts like we are, you're going to see change quicker. However, this has kind of been highlighted to me because we speak to lots and lots of business leaders. And when we say business leaders, we mean kind of owners of big companies that have got multiple levels of staffing. We're talking about C-level executives, senior executives up into C-suite as well. And the reason we talk about these business leaders all the time is because this is who our clientele is. Now, I often think that I speak to people who don't really understand that this is who we work with on a daily basis. We have CMOs, we have CEOs, we have men and women that own and run multiple companies. So when we say we're specialists in this area, this is genuinely what we do every single day. We don't just say it, this is what we do. So we have real insight into speaking to, big players in industries such as finance, law, insurance, fintech. These are all kind of industries that we have a spread of clients across. And like I mentioned, it gives us like a kind of insight into two things really. One is like the trends in fitness and wellness within that industry, and also the kind of what's going on within the health and fitness industry and what's new and what's fresh. So we see both sides of that. And I think really we have quite a unique insight because we speak to these people that are the CEOs. So really they're the guys that are setting the trends, saying what's what within their industry, and really they're like the leaders, the kind of thought leaders within their business, within their industry. So we see both sides. Now, I don't want to make this too long a video, but I speak to lots of CEOs, and I'm talking generally about men here. Women are slightly different, and you may not like that generalisation, but it is what it is. When we speak to male CEOs that are kind of over 50, C-level executives over 50, generally speaking, they have this thing in their head where they don't think they need help. They don't think that they need to pay someone to show them how to fix their situation. Now, I'm talking about men, again, generally men, because that's who I'm talking about specifically in this video, that are broken. They've got back pain, neck pain, knee pain. They're dosed up to the eyeballs with, cocodamols, and they're on statins and they're on blood thinners, warfarin, and all sorts of different types of stuff. And really, their body is a little bit broken. They're fatigued, they're exhausted, they're highly stressed, they're adrenally fatigued because they're always caffeinated, they're inflamed because they're always drinking alcohol all the time. They eat really rich foods. They're coming in and out of having gout, and they're overweight. They're really overweight as well. And these guys, again, I'm generalising, but this is just kind of like me giving you feedback on what I hear a lot. These guys are 50 plus, really successful, senior executives, C-level suite business leaders. And these guys I speak to are in a situation in their heads where they are ready to, leave this for another year. And I don't need help now. You can't help me. I know what I'm doing. I'm the boss, okay? And a little bit of this comes from ego. A little bit of it comes from, they're very successful. They run huge teams. who am I? Who am I to tell them that I can help them or my team can help them? So I can't understand where they're coming from. But just a little message for you for the last 30 seconds before I run over time. The industries are changing, and I'm speaking specifically about the ones that we deal with. Things like fintech, they're well ahead of the game. Like, they are into well-being, they're into fitness, they're into health. I'm talking really about your core law, insurance, finance, so banking, stuff like that. The industries are changing, and this is because I speak to people that are lower down in your businesses, and the days of them sitting in, members clubs, smoking cigars and drinking whiskey every night and being really out of shape, it's changing. And the people that are coming up underneath you, they're into their fitness, they're into their health, they run, they work out. They don't want to be doing entertaining 2, 3, 4 times a week anymore. They want to be home with their families. They want to feel good, and they're looking for that kind of higher level of fitness and health. So, core message for this: if you are a CEO or a senior executive that's in their 50s and is, maybe haven't spoken to me, maybe you've seen our stuff, whatever, and you're sitting there going, I'm beyond help now, I'm 50, put me out to, I've heard this, put me to the glue factory, all this kind of nonsense, right? The problem is you've got another probably 10, 15 years of working, if you're in your 50s, okay? These guys here are coming up and they're hungry and they're fit and they're healthy. You can fix your health. You don't want to get to the age of 65, retire with a big bundle of money in the bank. Okay, I'm ready to retire, I've got loads of money, I can do whatever I want. Your health is not going to be there. You're going to be in really, really bad health. And that then means you can't enjoy the money and the things you've sweated your nuts off to achieve. And this is me just kind of like trying to give you the path ahead of you. And I feel like some people I speak to are so pig-headed, so maybe that's too strong a term. Anyway, I've said it now. Maybe they're so, stuck in their ways and they're the boss and I do what I want and whatever. They can't see it. But hey, look, I'm here. This is what we do on a daily basis. We help people like yourself get fit, get healthy, fix hip problems, fix back problems, reverse the damage you've done to yourself because you needed to, because you're running a business. I get that. But this is what we do every day. So if you are sitting on the fence, if you are thinking that you're beyond help, you're probably not. You've just not found the right solution. Maybe it's us, maybe it's someone else. But please don't just sit there and wait for the next 5 years, sitting on your laurels waiting for things to fix themselves, because they're just not. And I don't want you to be like some of the people that I see that are really broken because they're 65 and trying to fix it, and it becomes a bit more of a problem. Anyway, cheers guys.